Hello, so today we'll do the second portion. That means we have done already the PN junction forward and reverse bias, and today's discussion is the modification of PN junction diode. Is the magical part of PN junction diode. It has different type of varieties used into just after some modification. Suppose LED, light emitting diode, nowadays very common, photodiode, Zener diode, then the solar cell we are using, all are made up of the PN junction diode after some modification. So we have to do all this 1, 2, 3, 4 sector. Today I will discuss the first part, that is the LED, light emitting diode, how it works. So this is our discussion point today, PN junction diode कैसे काम करता है. तो PN junction में क्या है? This is our PN junction diode. इसमें एनोड होता है, कैथोड होता है. इसका बीच में सेमीकंडक्टर मटेरियल जो सेमीकंडक्टर PN junction diode रहते हैं. So this is the PN junction diode. But the difference is that it is covered by a resin type transparent cover, so that anode and cathode will not get any heat from outside. So this transparent material is used so that if the light comes out, it can glow it away. Okay. What is this one? This is nothing but simple PN junction diode. Simple PN junction diode in forward bias. This is your LED. See, already you have done yesterday PN junction diode. So before going that, let me discuss one more point. Just this is for the reminder. Suppose this one. This is silicon crystal, pure silicon crystal. So in pure silicon crystal, we know that all the 4 electrons, they are attached with each other and they make a concrete bonding. There is no free electron, no holes. So for that, we have done the energy bond of outer this shell, that is outer shell. We know that when they come closer, then the valence band and conduction band, they will separate it. So in this way, suppose for this one, let me draw this curve. In this curve, see, it is pure silicon crystal. When this is pure silicon crystal, there is no extra electron, there is no holes. Only the valence electrons are attached here. So all the valence electrons are in the valence band and conduction band is totally free. Whenever the electron from valence band moves to the conduction band, then only conduction starts in case of pure silicon. But we don't use the pure silicon in case of PN junction diode. We use the extrinsic semiconductor, that is doping semiconductor. Suppose I am showing here, this is the structure of a doping semiconductor. In silicon, we use one pentavalent arsenic. Pentavalent arsenic means 5 electrons. So 4 electrons will combine with the silicon atoms. So 1 extra electron will be there. So there is some extra electrons in N-type semiconductor. In this way, in P-type semiconductor, we get the holes. So what I want to say, just make clear, these valence electron, all these valence electron, those who are tightly bonded, that means 4 arsenic with the 4 silicon, all these are the valence electrons, they are in the valence band. But remember, here is one free electron. Free electron should stay in the conduction band. That means in the higher energy level. So always remember, the picture we draw, these are the free electrons, these are the free holes, they all are in the conduction band. In pure silicon crystal, as there is no free electron, no free holes, so conduction band is free. But the P-type or N-type, as there is free electron or free holes, automatically free electron or free holes, they will stay in the conduction band. This knowledge is needed for here. Okay, now come to this point. This is our forward bias PN junction diode. So in forward PN junction diode, I am forgetting about everything, that is your depletion layer will vanish. Already we discussed this thing. Suppose the conduction starts. So when the electron moves along this direction, holes move along this direction, passage is going on. Okay. So what will happen? The electron from, remember this point is very vital. Electron from N-type, when it reaches to the P-type, it will occupy or it will recombine with the holes in the P side. So this is the point. There is word is recombination. What is recombination? Because these electrons are the free electrons and holes are there, as this is the P-type, boron was used, so one blank position was left. So these free electron now will recombine with the holes of the P-type. And we know this, that they will recombine, all the electron will come and recombine with the holes. So when the electron recombines with the holes, what will happen? These electron was the free electron, that means it was in the conduction band. But these holes are the nothing but the valence hole. It is in the valence structure, so that was in the valence band. So if I draw this is our suppose conduction band, and now this is our valence band. So in this way, there is one energy gap. This energy gap is suppose Eg. So when this recombination is going on, this is just like normal diode. Simple think about the PN junction diode. Same thing happens. So when this recombination is going on, then what will happen? The electron of these electron, free electron, those who are in the conduction band, these electron of conduction band, to recombine with the holes, they should come down to the valence band. So when a electron from conductor higher energy level, it comes back to the lower energy level, what will happen? As it is coming down from higher energy to lower energy level, it will release some energy. Because it is coming from the conduction band to the valence band, that means higher energy level to lower energy level. So extra energy, that means this Eg amount of energy it will release. So it will release the Eg amount of energy. It may come out in the form of heat, it may come out in the form of light also. Now what happens in silicon or germanium normal PN junction diode? In PN junction diode, this thing happens continuously. Due to recombination, this type of energy is released. Electron jumps from conduction to valence band and energy is released. But this energy comes out in the form of heat, remember. So the PN junction, simple PN junction diode, after running some time, it becomes hot because the heat is generated here for silicon and germanium. But if it is light emitting diode, then what will happen? In the material is different. They don't use the silicon and germanium. We use some other material. And in that particular material, when this jumping is going on, this energy comes out in the form of light wave, because you see, Eg is equal to, Eg is the energy equal to h nu, we know, or h c by lambda. That means we can write Eg is proportional to 1 by lambda. That means it depends upon the energy gap between the two layers. In semiconductor PN junction only, the energy difference may be different. It depends upon the energy. We get different wavelength of light, maybe red color, blue color, any color light we can get from here. Now regarding the material, let me give one idea. Suppose if I use the silicon and germanium, these are used where we say, we can write in this way. This is our valence band, this is our conduction band. So here the top level of the valence band and lower level of the conduction band, in these two there is a difference of momentum of electron, so that when the electron jumps from here to the conduction band to valence band, then the energy is used to change the momentum of the electron. Electron momentum को change करना पड़ता है. Change करने से क्या हुआ, energy यहाँ loss हो जाता है. तो जितना एनर्जी आता है उसको जो एमिशन होता है उससे से हम जो लैम्ब्डा मिलते हैं और जो एनर्जी जो आता है वो एनर्जी का लेवल आता है एनर्जी के लिए infrared, which produce nothing but the heat. That's why simple PN junction can produce the heat. But if I use some other material, generally we use what type of material? Gallium arsenide, gallium arsenide, some other material also. Let me take with the gallium arsenide, other materials are also there. So when we use this one, for them, this is the shape of the valence band and conduction band. That means there is a direct gap. These are the indirect gap semiconductor. Silicon, germanium, these are the indirect gap semiconductor. For them, the upper level of valence band and lower level of conduction band, they are not in the same moment. All the electrons are not in same momentum. So momentum change is needed and energy is used. So we get energy in the range of infrared, which is not visible, which produce the heat only. But in case of gallium arsenide, you have to see that the conduction band and valence band, there is a regular gap. So direct gap, we call these are called the direct gap semiconductor. So direct gap semiconductor, when we use, then the electrons are in the same momentum level. So the electron easily can come down without the change of any momentum. So the energy which is coming out, that is more, and this energy is in the range of visible light. So we can get the visible light from this type of semiconductor, gallium arsenide. So remember, the gist is that LED is nothing but your simple PN junction diode, but the matter is that here we use the silicon, germanium, those who are called the non-direct gap or indirect gap semiconductor, where the conduction band and valence band, when the electron jumps out, then the momentum change is needed for this, so we get the infrared range of frequency. But in case of gallium arsenide type of material, when we use in the semiconductor device instead of germanium or silicon, then the momentum change is not essential, and for that the energy which is coming out, it comes out the wavelength, because we just now we have seen that Eg is proportional to 1 by lambda. So this Eg, it gives the lambda in the range of visible light. That's why we can get the visible light. And color change, it depends upon the chemicals, which chemicals we are using, depending upon that, and also the gap between the valence band and conduction band, that is also important. on that basis of it may be red light, blue light or any light. In this way the LEDs are made. So remember one thing, when you are going to the shop, so don't say that give me a LED bulb. LED is not a bulb. LED is the light emitting diode. Diodes are used, diode are emitting the light. So we are getting the light from the diode. This is not a bulb at all. Okay. So I think it is clear about the LED. Next day we will discuss about the photodiode, then Zener diode and solar diode. Okay. So finish this part. Hope it is clear to you about LED. Okay. Thank you.